Hello everybody, welcome to another Southbaygamers Battle Report. Today we have the Orks going against the Death Guard. We are playing the new Maelstrom chapter approved mission of Sealed Orders. So if you want to take a look at what that is, go ahead and look in the chapter approved. Let's go over the Orks. Leading off the Orks is obviously Ghazkhull Thraka. He doesn't have anything special because I don't think he'd take any upgrades, but he has a 6-up Tenacious Survivor Warlord trait. I didn't want to give him the +1 strength. I know that's in the chapter approved, but I didn't want that, so chose that instead. He also has a big mech with a custom force field and actually, yeah, I think I gave him the big choppa in order to take the head wappas kill choppas, so he actually may have that. Yeah, that's that. Then we have 2 squads of boys, exactly the same. They have, this one has actually shooters with 3 rockets, Knob with Power Claw, and Combi Scorcha. Yeah. And then this is Slugger Boys, 3 rockets, Knob, Combi Scorcha, and Power Claw, obviously. Then we have the third for the battalion is a unit of Gretchen. Also in the battalion is 2 Luda squads, a unit of Warbikers with a Knob with a big choppa, a war buggy with Raka rockets, probably going to be outflanking, maybe tying stuff down, we'll see, probably not, and a unit of Mega Knobs. They all have kill saws, no guns on them, in a battle wagon with no guns and just a Def Rolla and Ard case, so at least his toughness 8 now, gotta remember that. And then there is a Vanguard, leading off the Vanguard. Yes, this is a proxy, he's going to be a weird boy until I get the model, and he has the jump, so I'm going to be likely deep striking some boys. Also in the Vanguard are a Pain Boy, a Knob with Wall Banner, and a unit of Tank Bustas. And the Tank Bustas just have a Knob, and there's 10 of them inside a truck with a rocket. And yeah, that's part of the battalion too, or not the battalion, the Vanguard, the Mega Knobs. And they're inside, like I said, the battle wagon. And that is my 2,000 points. Let's go over the Death Guard. 2,000 points of Death Guard. Here we go. Morty is obviously leading off the battalion, and he's the Warlord, so his Warlord trait, I don't know what it's called, but his just standard Warlord trait that allows for plague weapons to be better, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Okay, these are his powers. Blades of Putrefaction, Miasma and Pestilence, obviously. Curse of the Leper, it's gonna be nasty. And also in the battalion is a proxy for Typhus. That's him right there, with Gift of Contagion and Plague Wind. That's gonna be nasty against Orks, Plague Wind. And then in the battalion there's 2 units of Poxwalkers, and just nothing really upgrades there. 2 Plague Marines with 2 Blight Launchers each, and just Bolters. And then this is going to be a proxy for a Herald Nurgle. This is all just one detachment, huh? Or is it multiple detachments?
Well, technically there's a battalion detachment for the Herald of Nurgle because it's a chaos.
Oh, I see, okay. Alright. And then we have a unit of Blow Drones with their Plague Spitters, a Chaos Demon Prince of Nurgle, a Plague Caster, Plague Burst Crawler, that's what it's called, yeah, with the Entropy Cannon and the Railgun, and I think that's everything. Oh yeah, the Notches Blightbringer obviously right there. Now I'm going to advance better, and I think that's all I need to. Oh, obviously the Morty Guards, which is, I don't think they can take any upgrades, so just 3 of them. Cool, and that is 2,000 points. Here's a shot of the deployment. As you can see, lots of boys with some 4 or 5 characters right there in the middle. The Mega Knobs in the battle wagon kind of hiding. The Tank Busters are a little farther up, kind of out of line of sight of stuff. The only thing I can't get away from is the things that don't need line of sight on the Plague Burst Crawler. I forgot what it's called. I'm not sure, it's the volley guns or something like that. It's 48 inches. We also have on this side some Poxwalkers holding this objective, Poxwalkers holding that objective, Mortarian, 2 blow drones, obviously the Plague Burst Crawler, Plague Marines on top of this Sky Shield landing pad, which we're just using as regular cover for now, and the Demon Prince with wings over there, some more Plague Marines, and that good stuff. We have Gretchen up here, Bikers on the terrain piece. Oh, one fell over. Ludas on both sides, and I think that's all I need to talk about. He has some stuff from reserve. I think it's his Morty Guards and Typhus in the Teleportarium, and I just have the War Buggy. Probably coming in outflank, or have to come in outflank. that is deployment. Let's go ahead and roll off. He finished deploying first, so we get +1 to this roll off to see who goes first. I get a 5. Nice. Let's see what he rolls. He rolls a 3. So it's a 4. I go first, unless he could try to seize. Unless he seizes. Go ahead. Roll a 6. Can he do it? Oh my god, that's 2 games in a row. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but Jesus Christ. On to Death Guard turn 1.
Turn 1, this is Death Guard's tactical objectives.
During Death Guard turn 1 movement phase, he pretty much advanced almost anything he could except the Plague Burst Crawler, which is right down there. He moved it up a bit. In preparation, the Plague Marines advanced over here. I wonder if he has that objective. Probably likely. Again, if you needed to see his objectives, just pause it if you weren't able to read it in time. But those were his objectives. We had to keep it a secret for this particular mission. There's a cool stratagem where if you use 1 command point, you could discard 3 tactical objectives. Kind of cool. Anyways, for the psychic phase, he cast Miasma Pestilence. That went off easily. My weird boy was not in range, so probably won't be shooting Morty this turn. Sucks, but it is what it is. For the next psychic power he did, he tried doing Putrescent Vitality in case I tried to charge the Plague Marines. Failed that one. And I think that's really all he tried to cast, because that's all really that was in range. My truck was just barely out of range of Smite. Oh, either way, he probably can't see it, so he wasn't probably able to do that anyway. But yeah, there we go. On to a probably really quick shooty phase for Death Guard turn 1. End of a really quick Death Guard shooting phase. Obviously no assault, because he chose to keep the Morty Guards and Typhus in reserve, along with the Herald. The Plague Burst Scholar was the only thing I could shoot. Shot into some Ludas, killed 3 of them, and then took morale and lost 1 in the process. So at least that's not first blood, but yeah, that's why I don't bring Ludas usually. Oh well, just wanted to give him a try. Maybe I should put him in a truck next time. Oh well. Either way, for points, he scored Master of the Warp for just 1. Scored Secure Objective 1, which is right where those Plague or Poxwalkers are. 3 is where the Plague Marines advance to, and that's it. He's gonna dump Mission Critical Objective 4 because that was one of his cards he got, and that's it. On to Orks turn 1. Turn 1 for the Orks. Gotta keep them a secret, so I'm not gonna say them out loud, but you can see what I have. Relatively doable, not a bad draw at all things considered. For the movement, Luda stayed still. Other Luda lived, stayed still. Battle Wagon moved up, did not advance or anything. Hordebreakers moved up just barely within 18 of that Demon Prince. I don't really know what they're gonna do. They're gonna die. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. Tank Buses moved up, just barely peeking out to see that Plague Burst Crawler. Gretchen advanced, got on that objective, thankfully. The Yellow Squad, which shoot us, advanced up, and lots of the characters also advanced. The War Buggy came on, right there. During the Psychic phase, as you could see, all the Slugger boys that were here were jumped out of there, and obviously got +6, so I perils on the roll, which is fine. He only took 1 wound. I think he has 5 wounds. I'll double check, but he took a wound so far. I'm going to patch it up with the Pain Boy next turn anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. But he took a wound from the perils, no problem. They jumped over here, because I have lots of stuff over here. A couple objectives to maybe possibly grab, shoot some Poxwalkers, and put some stuff in the back line so he has to come back. Keeping him honest here. And that is my movement phase. Let's go on to the shooting phase for Orks turn 1. End of Orks turn 1. I will not score defend 5. I'm speaking out loud because he left the room, so I'm cool with talking about this. Secure Objective 1 I will not get, because that's the one I try to charge over there into. Assassinate, obviously not going to get that because one of his characters is off the field, and the other one is Mortarian with Miasma, and tried shooting a Demon Prince with some Deca guns, and didn't expect much because he has a 2-up save armor plating thing. Didn't do any wounds there. Secure Objective 2 I got because the Ludas are on that one. Blood and Guts I tried to get by, again, shooting some pistols here, killed a couple of them. And, oh, I forgot to charge this guy. I may actually do that. We'll see if I decided to do that. Either way, the boys tried to charge or shoot their pistols here, killed a couple. The rockets went into the Plague Burst Crawler, did 2 damage to it, and that was that. I tried to charge into the Poxwalkers over here, needed a 9, and got a 4 at first with double 2s, and then tried re-rolling with Here We Go and got an 8, so unfortunately didn't make it there. Nice thing though was the tank buses did lots of wounds to this thing. This thing only has 3 wounds left. That's combined fire from the tank buses, from that truck, we could just barely see, and the rockets that are over here into that. So he only has 3 wounds, so that's nice. But other than that, didn't do too much, and I will score a few points. And yeah, let's go on to Death Guard turn 2. I also forgot that I got Supremacy for having this objective, that objective with that 1 Luda, and the Gretchen that advanced just barely onto that objective. So here we go, here's a D3, and I don't think you can re-roll these anymore with Chapter Approved, so just whatever it is. Oh, nice, 3. So I got 4 points that turn. On to Death Guard turn 2.
Turn 2 objectives for Death Guard.
Death Guard turn 2 got a little ahead of ourselves. This is a whole turn recap. Morty moved up, killed the Gretchen as expected, no problem. The Lantern actually targeted the boys so that way you could draw a better line of sight to some of my characters and did quite a bit of wounds. The Pain Boy has 2 wounds left. Ghazkhull took 3 wounds even with a reroll on his invoke save and double 6-up feel no pains. Didn't pass a single one of those. The Knob with Wombat only took 1 out of all things. Custom Force Field helped a little bit with some shooting, mostly from the Plague Spitters, actually really well, only losing 2 to that. Then the Host of Plagues did some damage here. That was the D3 mortal wounds, killed a couple, and then Typhus did some more wounds as charging in. In the ensuing fight phase, he charged in and killed boys, and then I did 2 wounds to him in total. That's including the Knob and the few boys that were in range. Over here on this side, this bloat drone advanced over here. Could not charge him, but killed 3 of them. Some Plague Marines shot their rapid fire guns. Weren't in rapid fire, and blight launchers, and did some wounds over there. They were good on morale. Same with this squad over here. I lost 12 of them, and they started with 18, so their leadership 18 minus 12 is 6, so I would have passed no matter what. Either way, there's Ghazkhull there just in case to break heads. Over here, the Plague Burst Crawler shot into this truck that could barely see it. Orks turn 2. These are my cards. I almost said them out loud on accident. Whoops. You can take a look at them. For the movement, I moved some characters up near Typhus and ended up killing him with Ghazkhull alone, thankfully. Needed that to happen. Although, unfortunately, I lost a weird boy from the Host of Plagues. The only thing he was in range of were the boys, who he killed 3 of. Oh no, actually I don't think he got that Host of Plagues off. But he got it off on the weird boy who I charged into Typhus, not really thinking about the Host of Plagues at 7 inches. It made a difference and actually killed him. He only had 3 wounds left, did 3 wounds and didn't pass any with the 6-up Funnel Pain, unfortunately. So I lost the weird boy. That's a big deal because I could have jumped something out of the way of Mortarian because he's going to pretty much wipe this side. I haven't even shot at him. Actually, I did shoot up with him with these Ludos during the phase, but again, hitting on 6s. Not going to really help out with miasma. Sucks. Other than that, over there, the Death Roller shot, or not, it didn't shoot, it charged into the Plague Marines, who actually got shot at by the Daka guns from the War Bikers. Killed 3 of them in the shooting phase, which was pretty good. And then during the assault phase, killed 1 with a Death Roller. Death Roller was kind of nice. And in return, they didn't do any damage. the Warbikers charged into the Not Just Blightbringer trying to kill him. Only did 2 wounds in total with him, with the one big chopper doing the 1 or 2 wounds to him. And other than that, on this side, nothing happened. Like I said, the Luda shot into Morty because I just wanted to see if I could do some damage to him. I haven't been rolling too well on their shots. Maybe I should roll a command point on some of those because I have 6 left still. So that's what happened there. The Pain Boy healed Ghazkhull, so he's back up to 7. And that's what happened there. Tank Buster shot into the Plague Burst Crawler. Did pretty well on the shots and wounds, but he rolled pretty well on his invuln saves. So in total, it has 3 wounds left from its 5. It only took 2. I think I hit with like maybe 6 or 7 of them. So it's kind of unfortunate there. They did not blow that up, but that's okay. The Orcs shot some rockets into the Plague Burst Crawler. Didn't do anything. The other pistols went into the Blow Drone. Did 1 damage. And the boys then charged into this squad, killed them, which will give me blood and guts, and also objective 1. So you'll know I scored those 2. The rocket shot into this blow drone, didn't do anything, passed the saves, and charged into the Poxwalkers, didn't do any damage, and they didn't do anything back. Let's see, yeah, that's all we need to talk about. Yeah. So I got Assassinate for killing Typhus. I got Blood and Guts for killing 2 units, not 3. Wish I killed that not just Blightbringer or the Plague Marines, that would have been nice. So I got 1 point there. And I will also score... I don't think I score anything else. I scored 1. Oh yeah, I scored 1 Blood and Guts and Assassinate for 3 points, and I may dump one of those, but either way, on to Death Guard turn 3. I also forgot to mention I scored Secure Objective 4, which is where that Luda is. Yay, the Luda's MVP! So obviously a big turn for him at the end of my turn too, we forgot to mention. He obviously got Witch Hunter for my weird boy dying from Plague Host, or Host of Plagues. He got Defend 3, which is 2 points extra, so that's 3 points there. And an extra 5 because priority orders received, Defend 6. That's what Morty did. Good job for him. That's a lot of points there. It's 8 points. So yeah, that definitely swung it in his favor. Again, on to Death Guard turn 3.
Turn 3 Death Guard. These are the objectives.
So you saw his cards for Death Guard turn 3 during the movement. The Blow Drone moved over here. Did it advance? No, I didn't need advance because it's just right there. Demon Prince flew over there. Don't think he needed advance either. No, he was pretty close. Plague Marines came out of combat with that Battle Wagon. Not just Blightbringer stayed. The Herald stayed still, and we'll go over what he did in the second phase in a sec. Plague Marines didn't really move. Poxwalkers didn't really move. Morty Guards moved up a bit. Morty flew this way after getting all those points. God damn it. The Blow Drone moved up in front of the boys. And I think that's all we need to say for the movement. During the Psychic, Herald of Nurgle obviously healed the Blow Drone again. So good for only costing 5. It's a cast of 5 and it does D3 mortal wounds back up. So he's back up to, he should be on 5 because I got him to, I don't remember.
He's at 6.
He's at 6. Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense, yeah. He's at 3. Then cast Smite onto the boys with the Demon Prince. Did 1 mortal wound, so 1 died there. Then over here was big. He didn't get Miasma off. And he also tried to do Curse of the Leper, which would have been on the Pain Boy, which would have likely killed him, I think, because he's only toughness 3 with the little -1 to toughness thing. So that didn't go off either. So Morty is not Miasma Pestilence, so that's a big deal when I shoot him or close combat him. Let's see, I think that's everything that happened. Let's go on to the shooting phase and assault phase for Death Guard turn 3. End of a very eventful Death Guard turn 3. He will get Blood and Guts because Host of Plagues is actually in the fight phase, and that's how he killed the Pain Boy. Other than that, he's actually the Mortarian is actually up here because wobbly model, we didn't want to put him up there. So right now he's sitting right here, but he's actually up there. He rolled like a 10 for the charge, but actually took 5 wounds in the Overwatch. Pretty crazy. So he has 13 left in the charge phase. Killed a bunch of boys. and got Ghazkhull down to 2 wounds because he split off 3 and 3. And then he started with the Demon Prince killing a bunch of boys. Then I interrupted with Ghazkhull killing. I was going to originally put it on Morty, but then realizing that he can just knock it off on a 2+ to Morty Guard. So I did decide to put it on the Morty Guards. Killed 2 of them in the process, which is nice because that allowed me to actually stay alive from when the Morty Guard hit me, leaving me on 1 wound. So big deal. The 6F Venom Pain came into play. Also using a command point on the Invone made a difference there. So all in all worked out for me pretty well. Obviously a host of plagues doing some wounds down here to the knob with the wall banner and the what's it called, the custom force field guy. Took 3 wounds on the truck from the entropy cannon. No, that wasn't from the entropy cannon, that was the volley gun, I believe. Took a wound from the blight launcher from the plague marines. Over here he killed 2 war bikers, and in return it didn't do anything. Over here I killed a poxwalker. He did 2 wounds to me though. And probably the biggest thing was over here. He charged in, obviously killed a lot. I just swung with the knob to start with. The knob hit all 3 of his attacks, hitting on 4s because he has a power call, wounding all 3. All of his saves were failed in Vone, and then the D3 wounds, I did 9 wounds and actually killed him even with the disgusting resilience. So that was a big deal without even swinging with the boys. So that helped me a lot. Obviously, like I said, he got blood and guts, leaving him on 12 points. I have 8 points currently, but we are going on to Orks. I forgot to mention that I needed to take morale on that boy squad. They rolled a 6, unfortunately, so they all got wiped out, losing 11 in that process, or in the process of getting shot at, along with getting swung at by the Demon Prince. So, but at the very least, they killed the Demon Prince. Orks turn 3, really important that I get some of these objectives, namely this one. Sorry for the shaky camera, but yeah, these are my objectives. For the movement, I had to get, again, Morty's up here. Mortarian is up there, so I moved them out of combat, them being the boys and Ghazkhull, so that way I could shoot at them with some Ludas, and tank buses are going to be able to see him no problem because he's nice and tall. That's what I did there. Moved the truck, or the battle wagon, near over there. The Meganobs first got out and will likely charge the entropy cannon thing if I do not kill it with shooting, which may happen actually because I'm gonna shoot the tank buses most likely at Mortarian because I need to kill him. That's pretty much my movement. Obviously no psychic because the weird boy died. Let's go on to assault phase and shooting phase for Orks. And I have Orks turn 3. Battle wagon killed the Notch's Blightbringer just barely. Knobs weren't able to get into, or the Warbikers weren't able to get into anything yet, even with their pylons, so they didn't do anything. The Meganobs made it into the charge over into the Plague Burst Crawler. Did 3 wounds to it in total, still didn't kill it. Jesus, this thing just will not die. He will kill Sauce even. Killed a couple of Poxwalkers, he didn't do anything in return. Poxwalkers automatically passed morale, so we didn't need to worry there. The sad thing was Ghazkhull died from the host of plagues. Yes, he's up there. That's the middle of this base, so it's a little hard to see. Again, we didn't want to put him up there because we don't want the nice model to fall down. So he killed him with the host of plagues, killing a couple boys in return also. So that gives him Kingslayer, and I think that's all we really need to talk about. Killed the tank buses shot into Morty, passed off a couple of the shots onto the Morty guards. So that happened, and then he took 2 wounds in the process because one of them didn't go through. The Ludas, as expected, didn't do anything because I don't know why I take them. Oh well. At the very least, that guy will give me a point for objective 4, so he's got me a couple points, but they're too expensive to be doing that. So, and they don't do enough damage. It's too bad because I love Ludas. Other than that, let's go ahead and roll for your D3 for Kingslayer because he killed Ghazkhull. He gets 1. Alright, so you got 2 points for that because of Warlord and Kingslayer. I will also score secure objective 4, which is where that one Luda is. Objective 6, which is where my battle wagon is, just barely within range. And I think that's it. I will likely dump Not sure what I'll dump, but I scored 2 points that turn. On to Death Guard turn 4.
Objectives for Death Guard turn 4.
So, pull turn recap for Death Guard turn 4. After seeing his objectives, this is what happened. Morty did his phosphor grenades. No, he did Curse of the Leper onto the Big Mac, killed him, charged into the truck, blew it up, no problem. Did take 2 mortal wounds for it blowing up, so he's down to 9, almost bracketed. And inside, the tank busters died, or 2 of them died. So that happened there. Nothing else happened over here because Morty moved away, so they survived. Not that they've done anything though. Over here, I killed 3 Poxwalkers. He didn't do a wound back. He's auto process morale, right? Poxwalkers auto pass morale.
Yeah,
okay.
but you're dumb.
Yeah. So then, Plague Spitters shot into the trucks, or no, sorry, the War Bikers, and killed all but one of them. He had to use a command point on one of them, so he got 10 hits on them and like 10 wounds. So all but 1 wound on the knob, and then he used the last one to finish it off. I was kind of confused why he did that during the turn. Then now it makes sense because he has overwhelming firepower, which he will get. So he got that point. Very smart of him to do that. Mega Knobs were shot at via crack grenade from the Plague Champion, and also the bolters and blight launchers, bringing 1 Mega Knob down to 1 wound, and other than that, they're fine. So that's cool there. Other than that, let's see. He will get, obviously, overwhelming firepower, Big Aim Hunter for killing that truck, and D3 for no prisoners, which we'll get on camera. So go ahead and roll. Damn it, that's 3. That's 5 points that turn. He has lots of points. Let's see what I could do in my Orks turn 4. Orks turn 4. These are the cards I had. Sorry for the glare. For my movement and shooting, because of the whole turn recap. Shot everything I could into Morty. Did absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's what Tank Bus does. That's what Blue does. That's with even some rockets here, because I have some left in the squad. Just nothing. There's a lot of whiff. I debated whether to charge the battle wagon. I was thinking maybe I could bracket him first, at least do some wounds, and then maybe finish him off with the battle wagon, because he hits pretty well. That's even, mind you, he failed Miasma Pestilence last turn, so this would have been my chance to kill him, and I didn't. Couldn't take advantage of it. He passed his inbones. Happens. And over here, first the Mega Knobs threw a stick bomb into here. That's how they killed one earlier, or last turn, is they killed a Plague Marine from stick bomb. Tried it again, but he passed the save. Then charged into the Plague Burst Crawler and got it down to 1 wound. That guy would not die. Nothing happened in return. Over here I killed 2 Poxwalkers, so there's only 3 left. Slowly but surely killing that squad. Not that it really matters, because he has so many points compared to mine. I need to table him at this point. And not killing Morty pretty much seals it that I probably won't, because he's just going to kill that whole side. So that's really the best thing I have against blow drones, or fetid blow drones. I don't know what they're called. Blow drones. Either way, that's it. I won't score anything, and will likely just dump advance. I'm going to use a special stratagem actually for 1 command point. I have 1 command point left. That's that red die right there. To dump 3 objectives, just because I need to try to make something happen. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's going to matter. He has like double my points, but just figured I'd try to do it anyway. We'll see how it goes. So dumping 3, I'll decide what they are and get back to you when it's my turn. On to Death Guard turn 5.
Objectives for Death Guard turn 5.
During a very expected Death Guard turn 5, Morty killed that whole side, no problem. Yeah, we won't need to say what happened. Yeah, he just killed him, okay? Nothing over here happened, obviously. Blow Drone did 1 wound to the battle wagon. The Herald, who has been annoyingly healing this guy every turn, almost every turn, got him back up to 3. Did 2 wounds to it. Oh my god, I rolled so bad on my wound rolls. That happened there. So he lived with 1 wound again. He didn't do anything in return. Over here, he did a wound to me. Oops, I forgot to put the wound marker. He's on 3 wounds. Not that it really matters. But I did kill 2, leaving him on 1 guy left. Knowingly he's objective secured, so he'll hold that, no problem. That's pretty much it. I will likely call it after this turn. I'm just going to see what I draw here on Orks turn 5 and see how it goes. Let's go on to Orks turn 5. Oh no, he got a D3 for supremacy because that's the only thing he scored. Not that it really matters. He got 2 points there. Cool. On to Orks turn 5. End of the game. We're going to call it here because I was definitely in the hurting for points wise and also model wise. Again, like I said, if I could have killed Mortarian, it may have had a chance, but the tank buses were the best thing I had against them, and they died. So it was easily gamed. The Ludus, very, very, very disappointing. Should not have spent points on them, but I don't have enough tank buses at the moment, so I wanted some more shooting, and they were my best option that I had painted. So there we go. That's why I use them. Probably won't be using them until maybe they get a change in the codex because they're too expensive for what they do. There we go. End of the game. Death Guard victory, 21-13. I won't even bother rolling because I'm going to probably get tabled at this point because he still has blow drones and all I really have is buggy and some Ludas and that truck or that battle wagon which will die from Mortarian, so not a big deal. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This is a Death Guard victory, and we will see you guys in the next battle report.